When seeking to attract next-level women into your orbit, merely acting polite or stressed is not going to captivate feminine notice. Those superficial traits reveal insecure posturing rather than genuine depth of character. However, adopting the posture and attributes of a high-value man elicits entirely different reactions from ladies encountering you. The kind of guy carefree in demeanor, sincerely kind in actions, steadfastly independent in mindset, and responsibly dominant precariously balances strength with sensitivity. By embodying the best masculine qualities, respect concentrates into your presence over time. This lifts relationships with women to deeper dimensions.
Wow.
The carefree attitude exudes quiet confidence. Rather than allowing externals to control your inner peace, retain amusement in the midst of headaches bombarding daily life. Things like traffic jams, criticism from the boss, financial constraints, family drama, and conflicting priorities could constantly irritate you if lacking proper perspective. But a high-value man smooths frustrations by adopting a carefree attitude mentally. He glides over bumps in the road rather than breaking down emotionally at every challenge arising. This demonstrates mental toughness and thick skin, highly respected male attributes. Picture the confident CEO who maintains his cool despite crisis swirling all around. Contrast him against the guy sweating bullets, shouting at people, and clearly rattled by obstacles in his path. One operates from his center calmly, adjusting dynamically to take effective action. The other is a chained slave to external chaos plaguing him. Ladies notice which man carries himself with self-assured poise versus who grows irritated by trifles knocking him off center routinely. By refusing to emotionally chain yourself to problems, you borrow equanimity from higher powers, enabling clarity. Heavy weights feel light when grace lifts the load, channeling true benevolence without ulterior motive. Superficial charmers attempting manipulation through synthetic manners might offer compliments, purchasing gifts, or providing favors seeking personal gain. But the sincerely benevolent give without strings attached or covert contracts assumed. True kindness flows freely regardless of receiving recognition or reciprocation. It springs from the heart space rather than head games people play jockeying for social leverage. Respect this by extending courtesy, even when unnecessary, helping neighbors without expecting applause, and being patient when situations require compassion most. Imagine the businessman doubling profits who donates huge sums charitably, without requiring fanfare, plaque dedication, or memorializing. This sums up quiet kindness, nobility, seeking no broadcast. Lest we forget in self-promotion culture that dignified grace often does noble work, hidden from the spotlight, shunning backslapping hypocrisy. What purpose does manufactured appearance serve if underlying reality feels uncaring? Does not source appreciate heart space purity beyond projected impressions calculated to leverage personal interests? Sincerity speaks volumes through subtle, undeniable character. Listen when it whispers intuitive guidance. Standing, independently strong, anchored from within. A genuine man fulfills core needs himself through applied effort, receives guidance spiritually, and gives abundantly to elevate community collectively. This interdependent flow floats boats mutually across life's ocean. However, some instead remain perpetual boys seeking constant validation for choices and needing soft cushions when actions show unfruitful consequences. By standing strong in your mental frame independently, separating from weak influences, right perspective clarifies. When firm in your masculine convictions without wavering, right decisions manifest intuitively backed by rational analysis. The empowered man acknowledges areas needing development humbly, while trusting strengths already proven over time. He seeks input selectively from wise counsel, while filtering out manipulative voices, attempting to undermine confidence in ability, tested through experience. This independent clarity strengthens his grounded stance, able to give and receive harmoniously, as growth occurs gradually in the fullness of seasons. Strength appears not just in projected appearances and achievements boasted of, but even more so through steadiness applied gently. Only the towering oak tree, unmoved by passing storms, demonstrates depths few penetrate outwardly. Build upward momentum continuously by standing firm, anchored from within first and foremost. Leading decisively with sensitive strength. passivity simply reacts to circumstances swirling externally by default, lacking intentional direction implemented. However, the masculine man, retaining heart space compassion, makes decisions resolutely to mold chosen destiny steadfastly in alignment with truth. This requires surrendering trivial distractions, blocking focus seed energy applied toward worthy aspirations. Responsible authority grasps realities firmly, then flexible adapts strategy according to ever-shifting situations faced. For example, the battlefield commander retains pristine awareness in the fog of war. He assesses strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats accurately despite pressures. His decisive orders shape circumstances toward victory for the greater good, rather than allowing entropy to facilitate defeat by default, lacking cohesion. The general leads his troops diligently from the front with authoritative tact blended sensitively, rather than barking arrogantly from the rear, carrying no skin in the game. So too must men seeking positive progress adopt prudent perspectives before executing decisions confidently in dating, business, and community development contexts. In romance, for instance, plan events creatively she will cherish based on intuitive feels for her personality. Mastering the gentle art of sensitive strength wins hearts plus minds, opening doors once locked tightly by status quos fiercely protected. Boldness bounded by loving care fosters flourishing rather than stagnation. Disagreeing, thoughtfully, opens minds. Wider seeking echo chambers only reinforces what you already believe to be true, blocking opposing views from constructive dialogue. However, the high-value man understands that wisdom crystallizes through vetting ideas vigorously, rather than blindly accepting the first opinion heard that sounds agreeable. This necessitates occasionally playing devil's advocate, even when popular social stigmas might mischaracterize reasonable dissent as somehow disrespectful. Keep in mind, the purpose of disagreement is not conflict creation or self-aggrandizement of perspectives uttered. Rather, it serves as dialectic exploration, meaning two well-intended parties share thoughts, argue finer points, debate respectfully, and ultimately synthesize higher-quality solutions neither originally held singly. Both participants must therefore exchange sans ego interference with sincere intentions, discovering truth. This filters out emotional clouding, allowing reason to crystallize gradually what resonates most authentically. Outliers get incorporated into higher tiers of thinking, cultivating an attitude of perpetual growth. The master farmer selects seeds judiciously, discerns proper planting conditions intuitively through seasons, then allows nature's timeless wisdom to facilitate maturity, yielding harvests beneficially. He does not dig up sprouts impatiently each morning, expecting full fruits prematurely, nor insists clouds parted permanently during harvest, rather adjusting suitably, accepting reality on reality's terms. Similarly, adopting lifelong learner perspective values the purposeful odyssey above immediate convenience or comfort. Therefore, impatient men demand perfection instantly, then react cynically when progress manifests slowly outside their control. But growth-based satisfaction perpetuates willing sacrifice. It suspends quick judgment as setbacks encountered or trials faced get reframed positively as whetstones, sharpening character. This hard-won wisdom accepts difficulty as scalpel, carefully excising unworkable traits so that necessary healing facilitates higher functioning. Patience appreciates progress more accurately through lens of empathetic grace than demanding entitlements arrogantly now. Maturity embraces each moment, non-attached to outcomes, while sowing diligently toward destinies deserved. The quality impatient men overlook sees temporary storms pass rather than lose sight behind clouds, temporarily obstructing permanent sunshine within reach through resilience. Masculine face reflects confidence anchored from within. As warriors wield swords steady into chosen battles, assured just causes prevail against destructive forces opposing them, so too must men unshakably intent on soul-crafting sustain stoic countenance when turbulent societies pressure feeble compliance. Though outward expressions appear calm, underneath currents surge powerfully aligned behind meaningful living. By standing tall with assured conviction silently, masculine confidence manifests tangibly, requiring no trumpeted words announcing its notable presence. People typically overwhelmed by strong personality projections sense this depth of character intuitively, inspiring implicit trust extended. Independence bound by responsibility chosen earns respect naturally. Contemplate symbols of ultimate manliness like the pioneering explorer undaunted by uncertainty ahead, as he stakes new territory fueled solely by passionate vision. Does wavering hesitation line his face, agonizing endlessly over fearful doubt that temporarily obstacles certainty? No, rather, his piercing gaze reflects commitment, advancing steadily until paradise-laden destinies unfold majestically. That poise channels his masculine power undiminished by external diversion. All great leaders in romance or business contexts exhibit this unspoken royal air, gaining followership, respect transferred. What separates extraordinary men from common complainers the most is seldom charisma projected outwardly that captures public fancy. Rather, it remains the indestructible attitude housed internally, upheld by personal honor tied to individual callings vowed. This integrity tied to vision attracts high-caliber candidates like moths to flames, longing for participation inside personal legacies, iconically impacting communities positively for generations thereafter. In closing, the merits of respect concentrate around men who adopt carefree attitudes amidst life's obstacles, extend sincere benevolence without ulterior motive, stand firmly grounded in their masculine independence, take charge decisively with sensitive strength, when appropriate while inviting thoughtful dialogue, and maintain perpetual growth mentalities. By walking this path resolutely, the natural esteem of women streams toward such high-value men. May wisdom guide your journey,